Nothing is random with an adjustment at the Source Chiropractic. And so as you get started on your healing journey with us and you come in and you lay down and the chiropractor starts to work with you, I want to give you a little bit more of deeper insight onto the way we are thinking and feeling when connecting with you on the table. So it will usually start with just pure observation, right? The chiropractor is trained to clear themselves before working with anybody else. So what does that mean? It's a moment of grounding. It's a moment of presence, getting our own stuff out of the way, because yes, we can experience that too. But getting our own stuff out of the way so that we can truly see you. And in this observation, there's a bunch of things that we can see. Where's the breath going and or not going? Just by looking at how the back is expanding, we might see areas where things are stuck. We can start to see shifts in rotation of the pelvis or of the rib cage. We can even see if a leg is short, if it has eversion or inversion, or it's a twist of the ankle. We can see if you're relaxed or if you're holding your body very stiff. And so from there, often what we like to do is connect with the legs. Sometimes we'll check the leg length position. A short leg or a long leg can get us insight on the pelvis and on the nerve system. We'll often move to one side, connect with you, and then do a scan of the body. So if you feel hands running along your spine, what we're looking for is drastic changes in tone. What I mean by that is that if your muscles are irritated, they can contract. And when they contract, that's a higher vibration, that's a higher tone, versus muscles that are disengaged, low tone. Anytime there's a big change in high tone to low tone, that's a disconnect in the system. The spine should be fully integrated from top to bottom. And so in that scan, we might notice, this is interesting. From this is interesting, we move into a deeper discovery. So now this is us actually seeing, well, how's that vertebra moving in relationship to the one above or the one below? And then we also might see, well, this isn't just an isolated event. If this vertebra is off, not moving well or dysfunctional, it's going to throw off something somewhere else. And so now it becomes an exploration of not just a local phenomenon, but an actual integral event or pattern of the body. And so we'll move into discovery. Once we find what we'd like to adjust, we'll often instruct you to breathe. Sometimes not if you've been with us for a while, because we're just going to listen to your breath. By the way, a chiropractor doesn't always have to adjust with the breath all the way out. It's based on the best positioning of the vertebra. Often we will put in a impulse, right, that is quick. One of the reasons for that is that it allows us to make changes to the brain. At a certain speed, we affect the prefrontal cortex. It's pretty cool. So yes, we are making changes to the brain with every adjustment. Now with that said, we will always make an adjustment with you, never to you. So yes, you just saw me adjust the thoracic spine that way. It's possible that sometimes we'll also use a spring-loaded instrument, click, click. We can adjust the pelvis with these drops, so it comes up like that and down. And sometimes we can even put wedges to allow gravity to do that work. So now that I've made that adjustment and I'm checking, I notice, oh, the ilium, which is the outside of the pelvis on this right side, doesn't want to move into this direction, and that there's a little bit of a twist happening here. So I want to adjust that. I also notice there's a short leg on the right side. So as we're moving through, I'm building this image of what's going on as a pattern. Go this side up for me. So we told you we can adjust the pelvis with blocks, we can adjust it with a drop table, and we can also adjust it in side posture. And so in this position, there's a variety of ways to adjust various segments. So we can adjust the lumbar spine, we can adjust the sacrum, we can adjust the ilium, which is on the outside, and we can adjust those in all kinds of different directions. For Darren, I want to pull the ilium towards me off the sacrum because he was stuck in that pattern. So I'll roll just like that, face up. I know sometimes, right, it looks like a big energy coming through. When it's timed right, it's well received, right? So an adjustment actually happens when that intelligence within your body reorganizes the force that comes through. And so we need to do it in a respectful and honoring way. The neck can be adjusted many ways. Sometimes you can even get your neck adjusted face down, sometimes seated. This is the most common way to have the neck adjusted. So what we're feeling for is any swelling of the joint. And so often it will appear like this circular derangement of tissue, and we can palpate that. We're also looking for, is the joint moving correctly? So is it functional? And so sometimes we'll put you through a range of motion. And so right here on Darren's right side, C5, C6, there's swelling in between those two vertebrae. And then as I move his neck to the left, I can tell that it's not going through its proper range of motion correctly, especially within that joint. So we want to clear it up. It's kind of like brushing your teeth, but for the joint. Every time we make an adjustment, the joint gaps, that's the sound that you hear, it's called a cavitation, and it helps clean that joint up. And as that joint gets clear, now the nerve that exits right near there has better communication, body to brain and brain to body. So let's go ahead and do a neck adjustment here. So right here. Perfect. Nice. And so as you come and get adjusted, the adjustment itself doesn't take very long. We will always be respectful of what your needs are, but we'll get you seen, we'll get you clear, and we'll get you on your way.